Hi guys, my name is Violet. I will be making videos about my experience through my transition. I am a trans woman of color. I'm half Puerto Rican and half Hawaiian. Um, I do speak Spanish, but I can't read or write it. So I'm making this because I really want to help trans women and trans men and just everybody in general who has questions about their sexuality, how transitioning works, how I did it. Um, every week I'll upload a new video discussing my experiences throughout that week, along with answering the questions that you guys hopefully post at the bottom of these. As long as they're appropriate. If I feel they're not appropriate, then I will ignore them. Obviously, anything involving like genitalia or sexual preference, like I'm not doing that because it's not really any of your guys' business. Okay. Um, so this is my first week. I have noticed a lot of emotional changes for me. Um, Everybody is obviously different. Some people may not experience things the same way. I have noticed a slight difference in like my breast area, a little bit of like puffiness, kind of like it's not tender yet. It doesn't hurt. They're not obviously growing, but I can feel and see a difference. It might just be me, but I mean, obviously, like I want them to grow. Um, it really depends on your body and how your body takes it. I've noticed a lot of hot flashes. I get hot and then cold, and then I kind of like bounce back and forth. So I never really know what to wear for the day. Um, I don't always dress the part because the way I look at it is it's my body, and if I feel afraid of going out in public as a woman or passable, which I really don't like, then I won't do it. I'd rather be known as the gay guy who's transitioning than the tranny, because if I heard somebody say that, we would have some words. So this is in general for everybody. If anybody has questions, feel free to comment. My email will be posted at the bottom of the video. If you guys have anything that you think is like a personal question or a question that you're embarrassed to comment on, feel free to email me. But the same thing, if I feel that it's inappropriate, I will let you know. And if it gets out of hand from there, I will block, delete, do whatever it is that I need to do, because I want this to be like a safe place for people to ask questions. And I mean, even like upload response videos, guys. Like, tell me how your first, second, third week went, like what you remember. I mean, I encourage you to do that. That'd be awesome. I thought this would be a great way to document it, so that way, years from now, I can be like, oh, I remember that, or I didn't remember that. I'm glad that I watched it. So I'm kind of at my friend's house because I'm not this bougie, but it's again, no question is stupid. If you guys don't know how it works, ask me. That's what I'm here for. I'd rather you ask me and me tell you, yes, you can say that, no, you can't say that, than saying it in public and having a trans person or somebody who's non-binary like flipping out on you. Those are also things that we'll cover, because I know a lot of people experience very similar things and they don't understand it. So if you guys have any questions regarding like, am I non-binary? Am I trans? Am I like, do I just identify more as male than female, or vice versa? Like, feel free to ask me. I have a lot of friends that are non-binary. I have a lot of people that I know that are trans, both male to female and female to male. And I'll have them come up probably like twice a month. I'll do like a special guest episode. And any questions that you guys ask me up to that point, I will write down and we'll kind of go through and answer them accordingly. Because again, like everybody's experience is different, and no two trans people have the same story. Like it may have started out the same, they may have discovered themselves the same, but it's not really going to be the same. So, like in my case, I used to do drag out here in Central Florida, and I think it's been like 6 years now. And I noticed that when I dressed up as my other side, I felt happier. I was a lot more confident in my skin. when somebody looked at me, I wasn't like, oh God, they're gonna like jump me or beat me up. It was they're looking at this bitch because she looks good. Okay. Um, but still, it was that sense of security in myself. And it wasn't until probably 3 or 4 months ago that I decided to actually pursue it. Um, the process for me was pretty simple. Everybody's different. Uh, I paid a therapist to do a Skype session with me here in Florida, out of Orlando. If you guys need any information on that, please, again, feel free to ask because I will be more than happy to help. Um, if you make minimum wage, it's based off income. So if you have like Medicaid, blah, 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 Medicaid will pay for your hormones. They cover mine. I have Stay-Well. I don't know exactly like what the limitations are, but mine was covered under Stay-Well. Um, I know like one of my friends, she doesn't have a job here, so she'd have to pay cash for her sessions. And again, it all depends on, like what you guys make, if you have a job, that kind of stuff. Mine was pretty simple. I've had a job for a little over a year now. And they were just like, all right, we'll take your information, we'll set up the appointment. I Skyped my doctor for, I think, 45 minutes. And they ask you, like the transgender questionnaire. I don't remember exactly what it's called. It's 18 questions asking you, like, have you come to terms with who you were? Does your family know? Do you have a good support system? Like things like that. And they kind of evaluate from there if you're ready to get your letter, which states that you are starting hormones, and that's how you start the hormones. So obviously I got my letter. It was $15 for the Skype, and then it was $40 for the letter, so about $55. And then for like my first doctor's visit, I met Dr. Ellis in Orlando, and we sat down, talked about like health problems that are in my family, and she prescribed me my testosterone blocker and my estrogen right there. I mean, it's been a pretty fast process. It seemed to take forever, but now that I've done it, I see that it was really not that difficult. And I was kind of putting it off out of like nervousness and anxiety. Like I was like, what if I'm not trans enough for them? What if they're afraid that I'm not far enough along in this mentally to start? Like, but they were very, very, very nice. They were really sweet and very understanding about things. Like I told them, I was like, I don't dress as a woman every day just because it's easier for me. With my budget, I don't have money to go buy a whole new wardrobe. I'm a broke bitch. So, whatever money I do have goes towards like bills and stuff like that, so, and they completely understand. Like I went in everyday clothes, legs unshaved and everything, looking hella ratchet, but it's okay. The doctor did give me some advice as far as like removal of body hair. She said, while my hair is dark, I should do laser hair removal because it'll respond better to the laser. But later on in my transition, as my hair thins out and begins to change, I'll have to do electrolysis because it won't respond to the laser. The laser won't be as effective. And she already offered me like a ton of numbers and everything that I can call and people I can go to start that process. I haven't started that obviously because, money is a thing that I don't have. And so it's kind of like taking a breath. Like, I can finally relax. I know that I'm doing something that I should be doing. And, for the longest time, like I said, I thought it was just, oh, I just like drag. I'm just a drag queen, blah, blah, blah. But when I, like, got my pills, like, I honestly think even after a week, I haven't really processed what I've done. Because, like, when I got them, like, I wanted to cry, but at the same time, I was like, why are you crying? Like, and I didn't realize how significant it would be to me. And, so, and of course a lot has happened in the first week. Like, I've noticed my voice has changed a little bit, which is also another reason that I'm doing these videos is so I can physically see the changes. Because, I mean, naturally I have high cheekbones, I have large lips, but all that will begin to change when, like, my fat redistributes. And they tell you not to expect your voice to change because for some people it doesn't really change, but every trans person I've ever seen on here, like Gigi Gorgeous or Princess Jules, like their voices change significantly. And I mean, it could be them taking classes and just talking an octave higher. I don't know. But I'm hoping that it'll change my voice. I don't think it's too bad, but I can learn to talk in a different voice. It's really not a big deal for me. I know for a lot of trans women that's like a significant thing or like a significant insecurity is their voice. And honestly, I'm just here to tell you that you're enough and you don't need to be passable to be a woman. Um, if you feel you're a woman, you're a woman. If you feel that you're a man, you're a man. I don't think that you should let anybody define what you are. They can't tell you who you are. That doesn't make any sense at all. So, again, feel free to send me questions. My email will be in like the bottom comment underneath the video. I don't know what it's called. And I hope to hear from you guys. I will be doing this weekly, so every Thursday I'll be posting a new video. If not Thursday, the following Friday, because work. But I will be updating weekly. And yeah, so let me know what you guys think. Start writing questions. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks, guys. Bye.